Looks like people are commenting on my plant, by the way. Guys, that plant, oh my god. Alright, hold on. That plant actually has an epic backstory. It's like an RPG character. It has like an amazing backstory, but we need to have like a quiet moment in this game so I can tell you guys. Trust me, you guys will love it. Anyway, looks like vOddy will be the green Protoss here at the right side, and Dewalt will be the white Protoss here at the left side.
You know, so when you said about the plant that it has a backstory and it's like RPG, I was thinking, okay, now you have to give us its strength, its dexterity, its charisma, its intelligence.
Oh my god. Alright. Okay, well, so, alright, is this story time? Alright, we're at the start of the game. Alright, story time. So that plant is an orchid, alright, and that's actually the first flower I bought for my girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought that.
Because I mean, alright, come on, man. Alright, so, cause you know, her favorite flower is orchid, so I was like, alright, you know what? I'll buy an orchid. And so we got this orchid, and orchids are like supposed to be quite resilient. Like they live like a really long time. They're not just like, you know, a rose, you just stick it in a vase and it dies a few days later. It's like it comes in a pot, you know, like it blooms, you know, I don't know, once a year or something, right? But for some reason, I suck at flowers, and this orchid just like died immediately. So, and my girlfriend came and was like, "Okay, you're an idiot, but luckily I'm awesome and I can fix this orchid. I can fix it." I'm like, "No, you can't. It's dead." She's like, "No, trust me. Look, I'll just cut off the stalk right here, and then I'll just like stick a stick here and just like tie it, and it'll grow back. Like it's gonna have flowers again." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This plant is dead. Like that's stupid." But of course I didn't say that because you know she's the girlfriend. You don't say that. By the way, we have 2-gate here coming out for vOddy, so I may have to cut the story short and tell the rest later. But anyway, she's like convinced that she can revive this dead flower, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever, honey, go for it. She's like buying like special little pots of like plant food to like stick in and like help give it nutrients and stuff. And I just think she's completely crazy. I'm like, whatever, you know, just do whatever you want. It's fine.
Sale, man. You don't understand. The orchid is the representation of the love of your woman. So when she tries to revive it, it's a good sign. Just want her to revive it.
Oh man, she actually heard me. She just came and said something. I don't know what she said. But anyway, basically, long story short, this orchid actually came back to life against all my expectations. The thing actually started flowering again, and it like grew new leaves, and I was like, holy, did that actually revive? Okay, wait, we got a mana pylon here against the 2-gater. This is kind of crazy because it should be the other way. Okay, so anyway, so the orchid revives, right? And then for Christmas we get a cat. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna summarize the story now. Basically, like 2 months later, we get a cat for Christmas, and the cat eats the orchid, and now it's dead again. So that's why the flower is sad, because it revived, and now it's dead. So I don't know if it's gonna survive again, but yeah, the cat ate it.
Dude, we need a meme like made from people on the chat about the epic orchid.
Yeah, man. I mean, if this thing comes back from the dead again, I'm gonna be so impressed. It's like the undead orchid.
Yeah, people actually were saying in the chat that it's probably a zombie orchid.
Oh man. Anyway, I don't see that this 2-gate has actually done anything particularly interesting here. So I don't know what's going on in this game.
Well, I mean, vOddy just basically changed his mind and he's just not gonna continue with at least the aggression.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He's chasing a probe with 3 zealots. It's very, very useful.
I mean, well, if you're gonna chase the probe, you might as well chase it with everything you got, right?
Oh my god, Bakri is a genius. Bakri says the orchid is like Phoenix. It died, and then it became a dragoon, but then it died again. Oh my god. Wait, that means it's gonna come back to life. Alright, spoiler alert. The Phoenix comes back again in StarCraft 2.
No, in Sail Home 2.
In my house. So I think I'm gonna have like a mecha orchid pretty soon. It's gonna be like revived in a mechanical shell.
But then actually in StarCraft 2, I think that Phoenix is like uber powerful. It's like only an ability that you can call because it's completely overpowered. So your Orchid is probably gonna eat your home and everybody in it.
Dude,
so you watch out for that.
That would be so. Could you imagine? It's like first the first time it revived, the cat eats the Orchid. So now the Orchid comes back to life to get its revenge and eats the cat instead. Oh my god, that would make me so happy.
Maybe not your girlfriend though.
Okay, that would be a little bit excessive, but I would gladly feed the cat to the Orchid.
All right. So okay, apart from the fact that they're both basically doing 2 gateway and producing from both of them, there's nothing really crazy going on in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like 2-gate robo now. Pretty normal stuff. I'm still not 100% sure what happened to make this 2-gate sort of fall so flat. It's also interesting to me that the 2-gate went into robo instead of going into 2-gate expand, which you see more frequently, in particular on maps, you know, like Blue Storm or those kinds of 2-player maps. You see that a lot. So I don't know what.
Yeah, but that's because the probe saw the double gateway answer from Dewalt, so probably vOddy made the call that it would be slightly risky to go for that.
But I mean, is it really that much more risky? Because like let's say you're on Blue Storm, right? You both go 2-gate, and then one person just expands, right? And then the other person expands. So I mean, I guess you'd be a bit far behind on tech and stuff without putting on any pressure. It's interesting to me that vOddy would go for the 2-gate opening and do pretty much nothing with it.
I mean, to be fair, it's a little bit difficult to guess where your opponent is at right now. It's difficult to know whether they're going for tech heavy or something. What I'm surprised is about the probe that vOddy has at the Walt's exit, which has been like traveling in and out for the last 2 minutes and it's still alive.
Wait, what's been doing what?
The probe that's actually left behind close to vOddy's to the Walt's natural. It's been going in and out. Oh. It's been taking a shot or two and going back all the time. Yeah.
He's just taunting the Dragoon line.
I think it was basically trying to scout, but at the same time it was trying to maybe deflect some shots from the Dragoons so that if vOddy wanted to attack, he would get a head start on the first wave of shots.
Oh, vOddy actually mentioning in the chat that because Medusa has a backdoor entrance, the temples, it makes the 2-gate into expansion build weaker, which definitely is a valid concern. So that's interesting. Also, we have clarification from Tupac that you can play any race in any game in a series. So vOddy could have picked a different race if he wanted to for this map.
All right. I have to say that the game is fairly similar so far, considering the openings. And vOddy actually is getting his natural earlier.
We had observer drag racing in the middle of the map. That was very exciting. It was like Too Fast, Too Furious, but with observers
that don't have.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, it's still fast because they're both trying to win against each other, right? But it's just like watching 2 very slow cars. You know, when 2 guys on the lights are trying to race, but they both got really crappy cars. So you're standing behind them with like Lamborghini, and you see these 2 guys, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, what are you guys doing?" So.
Yep. That happens to me all the time with my Lamborghini that I drive around because I have a Lamborghini. Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. Anyway, we have shuttle speed coming out again from Dewalt, but not from. Oh no, I'm sorry, coming out for vOddy, but not for Dewalt this time. That I can see. He's just going for additional gateways. So that'll be a nice little advantage that vOddy has if he's able to actually use that. Meanwhile, we're gonna have a big engagement in the middle of the map though. 2 Reavers against 1 though, in favor of vOddy. Looks like Dewalt going after the Reavers, but not able to get them just yet. He's going after the shuttle. Now the shuttle barely gonna survive. The Dragoon's gonna kill themselves and not get the shuttle just barely. And vOddy is gonna take a victory. He's gonna lose 1 Reaver for it though. Nice exchange.
That was very well controlled by vOddy, I think. The shuttle is a bit like barely alive.
it's very interesting because Dewalt didn't actually control those Dragoons. He just right-clicked them on the shuttle, and they just ran and started like headbutting vOddy's Dragoons while trying to chase it. Normally, once you right-click to try and get shots on the shuttle, but as soon as you see it move back behind the goon line and you can't reach it anymore, you need to stop and shoot the Dragoons, the enemy Dragoons instead. Interestingly, we actually have a shield battery here from Dewalt after that bad exchange because he knows he's going to be a little bit careful. He's not actually sure, if vOddy had gone for the immediate counterattack, Dewalt could have potentially been in a lot of trouble, but it looks like vOddy just playing it safe, just gonna kill this observer that's at his natural, and I guess wait for his shuttle speed to actually do some nice damage.
I mean, they're both relatively close in what their actual production is, and at the same time, the same amount of bases, the same tech. So, I mean, the player who's going to be aggressive, in this case seems to be vOddy, if that shuttle goes, for example, for the natural middle line and at the same time just does a small poke, that probably is a better idea than trying to break the front, because it's still relatively close. It would be quite risky.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like vOddy's just going to play it safe here. Bring the shuttle nicely protected, slow crawl the Reavers to the front. Keep in mind the shuttle, red HP. I mean, he can potentially micro these Reavers if he's, or he is microing the Reavers, but he's got to be very, very careful because a couple of goon shots will take out the shuttle. Now, there is actually a shield battery here, so it's going to be very difficult, and whoa, big scarab on these Dragoons.
Oh, there goes the shuttle to the main.
Oh god, Ebo! He's staying in too long though! Oh no!
What the hell?
Wow. Oh, 3 Dragoons fired. That was exactly as many shots as he could take with 68 HP. Lost all his shields, but stayed alive. And he got a decent scarab on the probes as well, I think.
Yeah.
In the meantime, taking his own back to Expo, getting the Templar tech. Looks like his leg speed is already done, actually. So, vOddy looking in pretty good shape in this game.
He could potentially take down the temples just to make it look like he might try to go for the back door. Oh, but he's actually getting attacked, so...
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't even finish killing that pylon. Has to regroup with his army, but his Reavers are actually not in position to get their Scarabs off, whereas Dewalt's Reaver is getting a full payload of Scarabs, but it looks like Dewalt not paying attention, allowing his own Reaver to eat a Scarab. But look at this! Again, thanks to Dewalt's Reavers getting in the battle earlier, he has the Dragoon advantage and is going to catch one of the Reavers on the retreat here, so now Dewalt is the one winning the big fight.
But it's still pretty much equal in supply.
Yeah. Winning, but not winning by enough to really tip the scales, and looks like the speed shuttle immediately turning around and going back towards the main. No Dragoons in sight. A probe transfer, but very few probes even here to kill. Oh, not doing a nice probe split here. Oh, no. Oh. Alright, it's getting like 5 probes here. Pretty good.
That actually completely stops a possible counter, and at the same time the main is not mining, so...
Oh man, is that Scarab? Wow, that Scarab actually does go all the way around to kill an extra probe, so nice harass here. The Dragoons looks like they were even trying to... I don't know if they got stuck on the passage.
Counter drop by Dewalt.
Oh god, the counter drop is here. There's an Archon, but there's no Dragoons. Archon's not even here actually yet. Archon, come here. Kill this thing. Not gonna kill the thing. It is not gonna kill the thing.
I'm trying to think about who is actually ahead, because yeah, vOddy is slightly up in supply, but the situation is so similar that one Reaver shot is gonna probably tip the scales to whoever gets it. So it's, I would say, really even. The only difference, I think, is that vOddy, by going for these Archons right now, if he continues to go for this kind of style, which he seems to be going, he's probably going to have a better later stage game composition.
Yeah, he definitely has the tech advantage. Leg speed only just started for Dewalt, and in general, in the late game, I always say this, but I do favor the Templar compositions compared to the Reavers. Once you get, like, the speed loss, just easily tear through all your Dragoons, and yeah, they take a bit of extra splash damage from the Scarabs, but it's very, very, very strong. But at least at least Dewalt got his own, mineral-only mining and stuff, and the supplies are still very even. So a big engagement could go either way. I mean, as we saw before, one wrong positioning of your Reavers could just change the face of a battle completely.
Ooh, drop to the main, maybe? Nope.
Speed shuttle racing. Oh wait, no, that shuttle doesn't have speed. It's like Lamborghini against some regular car.
vOddy was trying to take another base. I think if he would have taken it, like, by the time the probe got there, it would have been really good for him, because right now Dewalt is really scared about a possible attack. But going in right there, I don't think that's a good idea. This is a very good concave. You don't want to be going in there.
Yeah, definitely not. He's keeping pressure though. Notice he's taking, or about to take, a fresh expansion at the bottom right. So this attack is more just for the pressure, I suppose. He's also basically blocking off this bridge, so Dewalt can't take another base without breaking out of this sort of wide contain here. And vOddy is just free to expand on the map, which is really nice. There we go, there's the Nexus. So if this Nexus actually completes, that'll be a really nice position for vOddy. He won't have to attack anymore, he can just sort of poke around here with the Reavers and just keep a nice concave.
And he's actually quite ahead in supply.
He's moving in a little bit. He doesn't actually. Interestingly, I was just gonna say, vOddy doesn't have that many goons, and just as I say that, a few more come into the fray. But the goons are the ones that really help protect the shuttle. And hold that thought, a big attack going in. vOddy's actually committing here. He's got 4 Archons on the front line, killing everything. The Reavers of Dewalt immediately fall. More reinforcements. Wow, Dewalt actually had a bunch of reinforcements at his natural, but they were not grouped with the main army. They're coming in now after the main army was killed. The Archons going to town on the Zealots, and GG from Dewalt. vOddy evens up the series 1-1.
Even that extra base didn't come into play, but yeah, he had a very high advantage, not only about the army type, but also because I don't exactly know how he got up in supply so much, but I would say that at least I kept tabs on the amount of probes that both players had, and all of this time vOddy had actually about 5 to 10 more probes. So yeah, maybe that accounts for the difference.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well played by vOddy, and that means they will go to a third game, and we will be casting that third game of Dewalt versus vOddy, so going to see the epic conclusion of which Protoss will triumph here in this tiebreak match of the TLS preliminaries.
And it's bridge PvP,
hey! So oh man, the best of all deciding maps. Bridge.
Is it gonna be? I mean, do you really want to go for some cheesy style in PvP, especially in this map?
Yes. Always cheese, never not cheese. It's not even a question.
If you can, why not? Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, you have to understand this game is gonna decide probably between these two guys who gets to play in the round of 32.
Dude, always cheese, never not cheese. Look, I can ask my cat. Look, oh wait, the hero of the story is here. My cat's here. Wait. Cat, do you think Dewalt should cheese? All right, she doesn't care. Whatever.
I think the cat would care a little bit more if the cheese was on pizza or something. That makes probably a little bit better.
All right. Anyway, game number 3 on Heartbreak Ridge. Here we go.
All right.